Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead, the world beyond, and The Walking Dead in general, and Fear the Walking Dead, and all of them because they're all connected. No, but seriously, the trailer we just got yesterday after season 10, episode 15, the CRM trailer, was pretty awesome, and I'm gonna go through it and break it down and talk about what we can expect because I think this world beyond is gonna be setting up a lot of big things for The Walking Dead, or at least like the end game for The Walking Dead, because the World Beyond is only 2 seasons. As we all know that it's like a 2 season limited series. I know the first season is gonna be 10 episodes. I'm assuming since it's a limited series, the second season will also be 10 episodes. So it's only gonna be a 20 episode season or series probably. But I think it's gonna be setting up like it's interesting because I think it's gonna be setting up the Rick movies and everything like that. So that's what we're gonna be talking about in this video today. Obviously, spoiler warning in case you haven't been caught up with The Walking Dead, go check it out and then come back to this video. And then also, if you are a fan of The Walking Dead, be sure to subscribe because we got a lot of information recently, and you know we're always gonna be posting Walking Dead videos. We got the Fear the Walking Dead season 6 trailer also that dropped, which looks surprisingly really awesome. So I'm also excited to talk about that one, which I will in a separate video coming out soon. So be sure to stay tuned for all those videos by hitting the subscribe button. But let's get into this one. Alright, so the CRM, that's like the Thanos of The Walking Dead. No, I'm kidding. But that's like the big group that everything is headed towards. So the trailer we got showed the 3 rings, and it started off with Rick. And way back in season 8, where we had that first helicopter sighting, which, kind of thinking about it now, putting it into perspective, season 8, that was almost 3 seasons ago. That was in the beginning of season 8 too. So yeah, that was pretty much like almost 3 full seasons ago. And that's really insane to think about how long they have been planning this, you know? And it's just thinking about that kind of hurts my head. Like, oh my goodness, like, is this like, why are they planning this? How long have they been planning this? I've seen some people say they've been planning it since the very beginning with that helicopter in Atlanta, which I don't know if that's the case, but that would be pretty insane. I don't think they have been planning it that long, but I do think it's been some time, you know, because I do remember Andrew Lincoln, obviously the actor who plays Rick Grimes, said that he gave them like seasons in advance, like he told them that he's like when he's planning on stopping and you know stuff like that. So I would say they've been planning it longer than even 3 seasons, probably since like season 4 or 5. So it's been a long time, and you know a lot of work I think has been going into this behind the scenes. They haven't been giving us too much information. They give us teasers here and there. I still think that teaser they dropped during San Diego Comic-Con last year was like the best teaser ever. That was awesome because it got confirmed that the movies will be in theaters and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, in this one we have the 3 rings, and the 3 rings obviously referring to the 3 shows, meaning on The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, and The World Beyond. And that right there goes and shows you like, yeah, this 3rd show has probably been planning for a while. It only got like the information I think only came out like you know, I remember the information came out and then just like a couple weeks later we got the information they're going to be filming and it's going to be airing in 2020. So it was like the beginning of last year or something. But yeah, I think they have been planning this for a while. Like we have Rick here in season 8. And we saw that first helicopter, which is insane. And it says, is it an A or a B? And then we cut to Jade saying, I have a B. Now, I want to pause for a second and talk about that because that's been an ongoing conversation as well. Like we had the A and B thing when Jadis put A on the on that container that Rick was in season 8. Remember, like she put an A there. Now think about that for a second, because what happened like very shortly after that, she tried to have a walker bite you know, Rick, and that is an A. Same thing with Negan. She said she had an A, and you know she was gonna have a walker bite Negan. And then we have this right here, like we even see it in the little trailer. Rick is lying down here, and Jada says that she has a B. So what's the difference between an A and B? If you've been watching my videos for a long time, you probably know my theory already, but I'll say it again. But I think an A is somebody who's been bitten and someone who could be experimented on. Because why else would you want someone who's bitten, you know, like freshly bitten too, you know, because going way back to the beginning, you know, Dr. Jenner in the CDC, remember he was talking about that and how Some people turn real quick, some people take a while to turn. So I think that's why they want like a freshly bitten person to see if they can get them to whatever base they're going to, and they're going to experiment on them or what. Because like, why else would you want someone who's bitten except in experimenting? You know, like if you want a walker, go grab a walker from the street. You know, you don't need someone who's bitten and wait for them to turn into a walker, you know. And then Rick here, who got injured, is a bee, but he's not bitten, he's just injured. And she's saying a bee. So I think a bee is just like someone who's gonna go into the community as maybe just like a citizen of the community, just like someone who's gonna be like part of that community and help out, maybe even a leader or something. Knowing Rick, he probably has been working his way up to being a leader. He's been there for like 7 years now, so that's the idea I kind of get at. You know, B being someone who is just, you know, someone part of the community, and then A is someone who's going to be an experiment. That's what I think. And it's interesting how they threw that little section inside of the little teaser. But then we go to the next circle, which is Fear the Walking Dead. Now, Fear the Walking Dead, I think we can all agree, has not been as good as we all hope it was going to be. I mean, again, I was talking about the Season 6 trailer in the beginning of this video. That Season 6 trailer looks pretty awesome, and I think I'm excited. I'm always going to watch it and always going to review it because I still, you know, like it, but I think Season 6 has potential to be pretty cool. And then we have Al here. Remember, she runs into the helicopter. You see where the helicopter came from. And we have that symbol on the side of the helicopter. And I don't think it's the same exact helicopter that took Rick. So I think this community has a lot of helicopters. We had that girl here. You can see the symbol. Remember, she has a connection with Al. You know, they like each other. So we'll see. I think that's going to be important going down the road. I don't think it's like a one-time thing. I think Al might be, you know, maybe Al gets into the movie. Who knows? The actress for Al, I think her name is Maggie Grace. She actually has a history of in movies. Like, she's been in movies for a long time. I think she was even in Taken, you know, with Liam Neeson. So she's been in movies. So if they want to, you know, put together a cast for this movie, I wouldn't be surprised if she goes into the movies, you know? It's not just going to be Andrew Lincoln in the movies, Denai Guerrera possibly, those two new characters at the end of Michonne's final episode, and maybe they even throw in Maggie Grace. I think that could possibly be the case. Here we have her looking at the symbol, remember, on her blueprint, so that's going to be very important. So we're just seeing the symbol and how, you know, it's really interesting. And it says, remember, she said, the girl said, if you see someone wearing this jacket, you should be afraid. So that's interesting. They're not very good people, apparently. You know, I don't think they're good people because Rick has been gone for 7 years. I'm sure Rick would want to come back. I don't think Rick really cares how good and how cool this community is, how many helicopters they have, and how, you know, well stabilized they are in a zombie apocalypse. I'm sure Rick wants to come back to his family. So I think, you know, I think that pretty much already proves to us that they're not good people since Rick's been gone for so long. And then we go into the third circle, which is the world beyond. And yeah, we get to see some new footage in there as well, which we haven't seen before. It says, you know, they are bad people. We are the last hope. And we see the helicopter landing, which we haven't seen yet. So we're going to actually see, like, the world beyond. Actually, we might see like the most CRM that we've seen so far, which I'm very excited about. And again, we'll be talking about that, you know, and reviewing that as well on the channel. And then we have the world beyond coming later this year, and the helicopter sort of lands there. And I love this final shot of like all three helicopters on all three shows. Now, the world beyond was supposed to air immediately after you know, season 10, but because season 10 couldn't finish because of the post-production, they probably haven't finished post-production, but they're all pretty close to being done. You know, because I think the interview with Greg Nicotero said they usually do VFX, you know, 3 weeks up to the air date. So you know, that'll be coming to us soon, and again, we'll be covering it on the channel. But the world beyond, like, on paper, it sounds really good because we're going to be learning a lot about the CRM. Like, I think we're going to learn a lot about the CRM because it makes sense as well, because since it's a limited series, they're going to tell us a lot about the CRM. And then when the Walking Dead movies come out, they don't have to just, like, you know, tell us so much about the CRM in the movies. We actually just see what happens to Rick, you know? So I think the limited series is a very, very good idea. And not only the plot, it seems very interesting, the characters as well. You know, the characters seem interesting and very fun, and you know, I think I mentioned this a lot. The characters are always a driving force for The Walking Dead because the world, the world of The Walking Dead is filled with zombies. I don't think there's gonna be a zombie cure. I mean, maybe with the CRM, I don't know. But the point being is, the reason why this show is going on for so long is because of the characters, I think. So characters are always very important for The Walking Dead, and these characters seem interesting. The world seems interesting. Your CRM, it's called The World Beyond. So on paper, this series looks pretty amazing, and I'm very excited about it. So yeah, that was this little teaser we got for the CRM. Everything is coming together, little by little. I know there's long periods of waiting, and then we get something that's awesome, but I'm very excited for the world beyond and in the movies and stuff like that. So I'm sure we're going to be getting a lot more announcements, I think, especially when the show actually starts. We're probably going to get a lot of announcements. But yeah, let me know what you think about all this in the comments down below. I'm interested about the A and B thing. Let me know what you guys think about, like, what do you think an A is and what do you think a B is, and how do you think all this is going to connect? Who do you think is going to go in the movies? What do you think is going to happen off Fear? Let me know in the comments down below. Again, I'll be making a trailer breakdown for Fear the Walking Dead Season 6, the trailer, so be sure to stay tuned for that. As far as this video goes, I am going to wrap it up there. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating. I hope you guys are all doing well out there. Please stay safe. Watch after yourselves. And, hopefully things can get back to normal as soon as possible. Again, just stay safe, everyone. Stay indoors. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.